Good morning, and welcome to the National Association for Fixed Annuities webcast. I'm Chuck DiVincenzo, President and CEO at NAFA, and this morning we have another important webinar in our NAFA series designed to bring you information to help drive your business during this unprecedented time. Many of us have found ourselves trying to find ways to connect with our clients in this new social distancing and stay-at-home environment. How do you engage with your clients and continue to help them plan for the future? Today we are pleased to help answer that question with our presentation, the new must-have financial digital marketing checklist, presented by our premier partners, ALLPRO Marketing. ALLPRO has been a leading service provider for the seminar industry since 1996. CEO Tom McLaren is one of NAFA's longest-standing members, and I really appreciate all his efforts over the last 15 years. He's been advocating for NAFA and providing thousands of marketing campaigns for NAFA members. Today we're joined by digital marketing partner Jeff Miller. In Jeff's 3 decades of marketing, he has marketed and managed everything from helping the entrepreneur get off the ground to spearheading multi-million-dollar product lines with companies like Hewlett-Packard and Sandit. Today, Jeff joins us to share how to be successful with digital marketing now that so many of us find ourselves more dependent on the internet than ever before. As an additional bonus, Jeff promises to provide us with a teaser of some game-changing video technology that they are now working and is in play. Good morning, Jeff, and thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Chuck, and everybody out there from NAFA. I appreciate you guys having me on here. We've got such a long-standing relationship with NAFA, and little kudos here and call out to Tom McLaren, who's kind of spearheaded the relationship with NAFA from a long time ago. And many of you know him. He's your friend. You've done work and seminars together, and he's brought me on board over the past couple of years to partner with him for digital marketing. We're just having a whole lot of fun. Hey, for today, I'm going to make this pretty quick and streamlined and get through it pretty quickly so that we can all get back to work. But hopefully it's going to be a little bit impactful and you walk away with something. You're right, Chuck, we've got a little teaser coming up here towards the end. We've got a new video technology that we've been working with. It is super exciting, where we're literally turning pause buttons into revenue buttons, and I'm going to actually hopefully give more than just a teaser on that, but actually show you some examples of what we're doing with folks. But today's primary focus is to really, now that we're all so much working from home, online presence, how we present ourselves is more behind the scenes rather than in front and in person. I'm just going to kind of go through a quick checklist of different things that we should be doing, all of us, in putting our best foot forward out there in working with our prospects and with our current clients. So some of it might seem basic, some of it might not, but I'm just going to go through it all here. So we're going to start out with what email address you work with. And I'm bringing this one up because I work with so many people that communicate me on a day in, day out basis that are professionals out there, whether it's in the finance or insurance industry or estate planners or psychologists who use their personal email with me. I want to encourage you at every chance, use your professional email address. And one of the main reasons why is behind the scenes in marketing, it's a branding impression. Branding impressions count. And every time that you have your domain name out there and you are presenting yourself, or you're presenting your emails with the footer, with your logo, with your picture, with the links to your website, it is critical. And so one of the main reasons too for you to be using your business email account is, and this is especially important working in the finance industry, is people literally aren't going to trust you as much as somebody else who has a business and a business email address. 7 out of 10 people aren't going to trust you as much as the next guy. So the bottom line point is, and Tom and I deal with this all the time, is it's going to be hard to actually get you more business if you're not utilizing your professional business email address. It's easy to do. Go out to GoDaddy, and these are things, everything I'm talking about, we can help you with, but it's a lot of do-it-yourself type stuff too, where you can go do it. Just go to GoDaddy, search on domains that you can purchase, and then go over to Google, just Google G Suite. It's $6 a month. You can set up your email, and you're on your way. And it works just like a normal Gmail address. Second thing is, if you don't have a website, get a website. This is your virtual place online. This is your online real estate. It is super important, even if it's a one-page website, long form, which is not, they're actually growing more popular. You just need that social validation to have a website. Now, the second part of this, and this is a little bit weird because this is kind of an unknown thing for most people out in the industry, is you need to tag your website for remarketing. And if you don't know what remarketing is, it's those ads that seem to follow you around the internet wherever you go. And the reasons that the ads can follow you around wherever you go is because you cookie or pixel your website, you tag it so that you mark people so that they are candidates to see follow-up ads in the future. So here's why that's important though too, is anybody that's been to your website, they've already expressed some level of interest in you. These people start to become your lowest hanging fruit. So whether you've handed them a business card, you've had a conversation with them, you've been on the phone, you've invited them from a seminar to go visit your website, they're expressing proactively some interest in you. So let's keep them engaged. Now here's the bottom line on this, is if you don't pixel or cookie your website with the Facebook pixel or the Google pixel, and I know it sounds technical, it could be a little bit threatening, give us a call, we'll help you out, we'll even do it for you if you want to. But if you don't do this, you are leaving dollars on the table. The reality is that most people, when they go to a landing page or to a website, they don't take action the first time. It's critical that you be in front of these people when they're ready to take action. And to get them back, that's how you do it, is the retargeting ads. So my encouragement too is start today. If you are thinking about doing a campaign a week from now, a month from now, 2 weeks or 2 months, 3 months from now, start tagging them now, because they'll already be in the queue to start receiving your ads, rather than you starting out flat-footed with nobody to give an ad to later on in the future. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, next up, and this is part of streamlining your business, and this is something that has made my business so much more streamlined and successful, is I have an online calendar where I put it at the bottom of my email, I put it on my websites, I put it on my link, where people can schedule conferences to call me and book a time with me that is time convenient for them. It alleviates so much time and hassle on going back and playing phone tag. And I just clicked, it opened up in a different browser. So this is my online calendar. I like to schedule 20-minute consultation appointments. I'll spend 20 minutes with anybody. It's easy. It sets their expectation that, hey, we're just going to be on a short period of time. We're going to get to the point. You can do this too. It integrates with your Outlook calendars. It integrates with Gmail calendars, G Suite calendars, and these programs oftentimes are free. They're fairly straightforward to set up. You can set it however you want, time slots, days available, days not available, and all of the different types of information that you want. Some things that I require a first name, I require an email address and a phone number, and most often people actually tell me what they're calling about before they call. It's just super helpful. So 2 free systems out there. You can book.me, again, youcanbook.me, or you can go to Calendly. That's another growing popular one as well. So again, they're free. They work with Google and Outlook calendars most often. Great stuff. Next up, is you are looking to market out to people. If you were on one of the last webinars that I've done, talked about this previously. Here's the strategy that we highly suggest. Number 1, choose your geography to own and don't make it too big. Don't make it unless you got a huge budget. Don't make it statewide. Don't make it nationwide. Don't make it countywide. We usually suggest sticking within 5 to 10 miles of your office location and finding the demographic and the perfect customer within that group. And we can help you define who that group is and pull a list for it. But before I go showing a little bit more about pulling a list, don't forget that your prospects also include your current database of book of business. Keep in touch with them. Then also I talked about your website visitors. They've already expressed an interest in them. They are part of your target list, so do your targeted marketing towards them. Now, a little bit about getting a list or understanding who your target audience could be. If you've ever run a seminar and you've ever done a direct mailing, usually what happens is you go do a list reveal of the types of people that you want to target after. So if you're doing a financial seminar, you're generally not targeting a single 23 or 24-year-old. You go pull the list for somebody between the ages of 50 and 68, annual income of $100,000 and above a year, married, owns a house, investable assets of $250,000 and above, whatever the criteria is. So on digital marketing, you want to start out doing that same exact thing and find out how many are people within 5 miles of your office, how many people are within 10 miles of your office. But the key thing now with digital marketing is to include 100% email lists. You get their physical address, you get a phone number when it's available, but include an email address with the list that you secure. And the reason why is because anybody with an email address, you now have the opportunity to market to digitally. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. All right. So one of the ways is email marketing. Now we'll give you a couple of cautions here, because if you do pull lists and you go out and you get your email program like MailChimp or Constant Contact, some of those have some legalities that you need to work around in using a third-party list. So just a note of caution there. But there are do-it-yourself options that abound. If you've got your own prospect list and you've got your list of folks that have opted in to receive emails from you, you can do it yourself day in, day out through MailChimp, Constant Contact, and some of the other programs. I think MailChimp is even free up to 800 subscribers or 1,200. I forget what the number is. It's been a while since I've been in there working with them. But you can go do e-blasting out to them, to your list through those programs. A caution, though, is, and I've seen some people do this, and it can end up being a mess, and I want to keep you guys from some pain if I can. Don't take a group of list of people and send out a bulk email from your company address or your personal email address and put everybody in the blind carbon copy list. What happens is the spam technology out there will flag your email, will flag your domain, and it will shut down your email. I've seen it happen. It's ugly. It's a pain to get out of. So feel free to do it one at a time from your business email. But if you're going to do any sort of bulk emailing, make sure that you're using one of the email services. Next up, and this is a very important part of drip marketing, if you've ever heard of that term, is targeted advertising. Targeted advertising that I'm talking about here are the banner ads that you constantly see across the internet and Facebook and Instagram ads. So, and targeted advertising, when I say targeted, I'm talking about going to the list of people that are on your target list. And again, those are the people that have been pixeled on your website, your current database of business, in any sort of list that you have secured that are your perfect demographic. The technology today allows you to utilize an email address like Facebook. You can upload lists into Facebook and target that list because you have that information, you have their email address, and it matches who these people are across Facebook. The technology that we utilize, it also takes it a step further and will match it up with the phone that you have, the tablet you have, the PC that you have. It knows which browsers you use. So basically, if I have your email address, I have an opportunity to put an ad for anything, basically anything I want in front of you. For example, this is one of our clients, XCOM Communications out of Tampa. Got lists for them and served ads out to businesses for telephone systems. We do it from consumer levels, we do it for business levels, can put ads in front of anybody. So these types of ads are shown many, many times, and they are fantastic for establishing branding, bringing awareness to your business, and leading people to your important call to actions. All right, so where do you lead them to? Next up in your checklist is, if you're going to run ads, you're going to run emails, we strongly encourage you not to send them just straight away back to a website where it's general and they've got to find their way on their own. Lead them to a specific page with one topic, one focus, so that you can promote your offer and you can get them to respond to your call to action. If you leave them kind of hanging and trying to have to figure out stuff on their own, it's difficult. And so you got to lead the horse to water here. So, and opportunities abound on the many, many different types of opt-ins or offers or information they can provide for them. Free 1-hour appointments, free report downloads, free second opinions, free book offers, free ebooks, discounts, lots of different options. One that we are seeing take off crazily, especially since COVID-19 has become a reality in our world, are video landing pages. And I'm going to come back and talk about that in just a minute. The last thing, and this is not so much digital marketing, but it goes right along with it because it has been effective, it's still effective, and it's maybe even effective even more, is don't forget the personal touch with direct mail. Do it personally with business cards, do it personally with letters that you send to somebody, do anniversaries, reach out to people, let them know that you care. Anything with handwriting gives that personal touch, and it's super effective for your business. And of course, there's bulk direct mail. Jumbo postcards are extremely effective and cost effective these days to get out a broadcast message to drive people to some information or to drive them back to your website. And so kind of the best practice is really to combine digital marketing with periodic direct mail. All right, let me get back to some exciting stuff because we are seeing so much interest and so much response from video. It's worth a shout out today. And the reason why is viewers retain so much more when they engage with the video. 95% claim they retain more when they watch a video. So the important thing here is get videos in front of people. Even better than that, if you're a website owner, get video on your website. The average user spends 88% more time on a website with video. This is a win for your consumer because they're getting educated with the information. This is a win for you because they're spending more time on your website, and Google loves it. The longer people spend time on your website, and that'll increase you in the search rankings as well because they know that your website is effective. So if you aren't using video, start using video. It's super good. The last thing here is video email is critical. Emails with video receive 96% higher click-through rates than non-video emails. So when we do work with organizations, we are always trying to increase the open rates and the click-through rates in emails. It's such an important part of drip marketing. And when you get an almost twice as many click-throughs with video emails, that tells you you're going the right direction. One of the difficult things, though, that we found in the past that we finally found a solution for is, well, how do you create emails that have video in it and that are done well? And so I've got this down here in the bottom left-hand corner. One of the systems that we're using now will auto-create emails for you. And so I'm going to show you an example. Let me pull up. Some of you folks might recognize this gentleman right here, Mr. Ziani. He has attended so many industry seminars, workshops, events. He's always got a booth there, makes fantastic fine Italian suits. And right now, honestly, COVID is impacting his business. And so he's turned to us and said, hey guys, what can we do? And so we've worked with him with a little video email where he's going to, and I'm going to click on this and show you in just a minute, but it pulls the video together, tells a little bit what the video is going to be talking about, and then gives some additional call to actions. And you're going to see this again in just a minute. But what happens with this video after the short introduction, it opens it up. Well, open it up in a different screen. Let me bring it right on over here. It opens up a video in the browser with similar information that was just in the email itself. Tailoring during COVID-19, an explanation of what the video is about, and his contact and company information right within the video itself. It sets the user's expectation on how long the video is right here. You can close it, and then it plays just like a normal video. So I'm going to go ahead and mute him. So Mr. Ziani goes on for about 2 minutes explaining the current situation, the environment, how he can be a benefit to you, how COVID's affecting your business, his business, and everything. But what's different about this video that he has is when the prospect or consumer gets to the end of the video, or when they click the pause button, direct response panels appear within the video itself. So they can take action and they have the opportunity to do the next step without leaving, without going anywhere else. They get to learn more about what he has to offer. So if somebody goes and clicks the suits and the sport coats, it goes right to his website, right to the Suits and More page. Good looking stuff. Talks about the suits, talks about his dress shirts, neckties, bow ties, and everything, and information on his website. So that gets them to his website, which, by the way, I just got pixeled because I went to the website, because he's already got people pixeled that have already gone there. So that's one of a number of different call to actions that he has within his video. The next one up is you can learn more about Mr. Ziani. You can go right to his contact page or give him a phone call. You can learn about his special offers. This one, I believe, yep, it goes right to his homepage of his website. I click it, and it goes right to his homepage. There we go, mrziani.com. And well, I'm going back to the video here. This next one I think is really interesting. So Greg Hanna is very popular out there. He's been on many TV shows. He's an author, public speaker, popular TV guest. Well, he's had one of Ziani's suits, and right from within the video, he gives his testimonial. Let me turn on the volume.
I just want to do a quick thank you to Mr. Ziani. Now, I met Mr. Ziani.
All right, so he continues to go for a bit talking about Mr. Ziani and his suits. But here's the thing is, in one video, Mr. Ziani has everything that he needs to direct people to next steps to trust him, to learn more about his products, to provide information on what he has to offer and some of his discounts, and how he's going to manage through some of the inventory that he needs to disperse of during these difficult times. So that's Mr. Ziani. Close out a couple of these. There we go. Let me show you another one. This is with an estate plan attorney. Similar thing, where she's starting out with an email. This is working for her. She's a top attorney. She's gotten multiple awards in her local area. And she's had an influx of people asking her about advanced medical directives and how to take care of themselves before they get in the hospital, before it's too late. Same thing has happened in the finance industry, where people are asking a lot of questions on how do they manage their finances during this difficult time. So what she's done is she has put together a 3-part video series where when people click, they go to her video, same sort of thing with the information on the video itself. She's actually got her social links in here, and she also has her company information in here. And again, it plays where she's giving kind of more of a webinar teaching. Here's the thing with her, and a lot of you might be able to relate to this. Actually, let me just keep that playing, but just mute her. She is a fantastic public speaker. She goes around the nation speaking. She's a panelist everywhere. She does live seminars on the weekends and just does a wonderful job with it. But being in front of the camera and putting on an 8-minute or a 40-minute presentation is more of a challenge. So I really like the way that she's done her video, where she does like literally a 45-second introduction here, and then she turns right over to a PowerPoint presentation. What she did here, she took her time, created the perfect presentation without stutters. The slides roll, it gives you good information, and it's probably better done than any seminar event that she's given before. She's taken a portion of her live 40-minute or 1-hour seminar, made it 8 minutes, and is going to be doing a series about this. So similar to the other videos, when you get to the end of the video, you can go through her call to actions, go to her website. One other that I wanted to show you in here is she's got a form right within the video itself. So given that this is a series, if people want more videos, they type in their first name, their email address, they hit I'm ready. These people go directly into her business MailChimp account, and they're on autopilot. They're going to be notified of the next steps. Super, super cool. All right, so that's estate plan attorney. I have one more to show you. And so the folks that we talked about, Ziani was promoting a product and a solution for something right now. The estate plan attorney, she was focused on a 3-part mini series. If you are a content provider and you have a lot of videos, you might be more like one of our clients, Elite Direct Finance. These guys are a finance company, and they have a collection of videos from boat manufacturers. These guys actually work with boats and RVs, but this video wall, which is what we call it, is about all the different boats and the brands, and it's bringing value to the consumers, it's bringing value to the dealers, and it's helpful for the boat brands because they're getting their boat videos out there. So a couple of things about it. First, even though it's a completely separate page, has all the about information, all of his contact information, all of his social links. You can segment the videos by brand or by type of boat, bay boats, bow riders. He's got all the different information out here. You can, if you don't like this, this information that comes up on the videos, you can close some of these down. You can move them all down at once. There's a lot of gizmos here on it. I'm going to go back to view all, and I could sit here and I could watch these boating videos all day. I'm a boating enthusiast. So again, I'm going to mute this. So he's the content provider. He's providing this video wall. And the way that he's programmed it is every time that somebody gets to the end of the video or when they pause it, he comes up with the first display panel to get them to the call to action that is most important for the consumer and most important for him, for them to go see how much they can afford with the loans, and they can go play around with his loan RV calculator. Also within the video, just going back to it, it's not just about him, it's about the boats, learn about the Inmar engines. I'm going to come back to this one in just a second because he's got some safe boating information, learn about Taiga boats, and again, let me go back to this one with video in video.
Tap 3T loads your wave with power and push at the push of a button.
Because again, right there within the video, it allows you to take people to another level and explain more about Taiga boats or whatever the topic is. So the reason I'm bringing this up here to you on this is if you've got, say, a 10-part series training of short, 3-4 minute videos, literally you can pack an entire training into one video because you've got your main video that's like this, where it's giving your general big information. And then each of these direct response panels can have video players explaining and taking to another depth of information. So lots of opportunity with direct response video, new technology. Video itself is super. This is it done even more well. So let me see if I can get back to my presentation here. Because with that, where I'm clicking the wrong buttons here, trying to get back to my closing slide. All right, so there. All right, so getting their videos and viewership the responses they deserve, that's what we are all about. So with that, Chuck, I'm going to cut it short a little bit today unless we've got any questions, but it can be exciting times out there for us right now. We've just got to all learn to pivot a little bit with our businesses, the things that we do, and make the adjustments, but there is certainly an opportunity out there to be successful.
Yeah, Jeff, I guess a lot of our members are used to doing live presentations. What's your kind of experience with doing them live or on the virtual world versus putting together something like more from a video standpoint that they can utilize over and over again?
Oh, Chuck, that's a super good question. Yeah, we've had a lot of phone calls. We've had a lot of people calling us and seeing if they can recreate the Roost Chris or the library seminar. How do they get people to these one-time single events on the internet? I'm going to be brutally honest with this. It's super difficult. It's really difficult. And unfortunately, we're seeing more train wrecks in that area than we are successes. And in fact, we in our business, we shut it down. Actually, we're probably about a year ago, we shut it down, except for folks that are marketing to a cold audience that have really good accolades behind them. For example, that estate plan attorney, she's a 5-time award winner in her local area. She's got brand presentation. She's got the call for it. So if you've been seen on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, you've got lots of accolades, you're going to probably have some decent success with it. But to a cold audience, it's really difficult to get people there. And one of the reasons why is different than running a seminar. When you run a seminar, when people respond, they respond as a couple or a family. So you're getting 2 registrations anytime one person registers. So you're only getting 1 registration. Number 2, we're seeing some massive challenges with show up rates. In fact, I just talked with somebody who spent $3,000 with another marketing center, and they had a 4% show up rate. They had like 50 some people register and 4 showed up. Really, really difficult. The other thing is attention spans, and we all know this, and I'm sure a lot of people even on this webinar right now, you're multitasking, you're doing something else, you're not completely locked in and looking at the screens every time we're talking. So there's a lot of challenges. And the last thing is, unfortunately, I think we've done pretty darn well today, Chuck. We haven't had any technical issues today, but more common than not, there's a technical issue on a live webinar. So what we suggest people do, take things down, give people bite-sized pieces, take your hour-long presentation down to 5 minutes to 8 minutes, do it as a perfect webinar replay, and do direct response video. That's the best path right now, and that's where we're seeing the success. So, oh, the other thing though too, and obviously we're on a live webinar now, they do work really well for what I call membership audiences. So we have a membership base here. We're talking to a captive group. It's not a cold audience that we are talking to right now. They know who Napa is, fond of Napa, know you're bringing good stuff. So in that type of environment, yeah, keep doing the live, keep bringing value to people, but to cold audiences, it's honestly quite a challenge.
And Jeff, I'll throw it out to you one more time, like in terms of your recommendations that you obviously, you and Tom, how do people get a hold of you and work through you?
Probably the best way is to go to digital.allprodm.com. Let me take this back to the very first slide here. Oh, I don't. I'll go from beginning. So you can find our information at digital.allprodm.com and links of all of our services there. And Tom's email, because he likes to take them as T McLaren, TMCLAREN at allprodm.com. So with that, we welcome all the folks to follow up with us. We'd be glad to help in any way. Contact forms are on our website, and we'll probably be sending out a follow-up email with this as well, if folks don't mind.
Well, thank you, Jeff, and thank Tom for us as well. We really appreciate all that you do for NAFA and for that information you shared today. Obviously very informative, and, you know, I think engaging the things that we're doing presently, there's obviously when we get back to whatever the new normal is, we'll be utilizing some of the successful things that we're learning today. This webinar was recorded and will be available for those who could not attend today and those wanting to review this content on our website. If you're not a NAFA member and would like to support our education and advocacy initiatives in support of the annuity industry, please go to NAFA.com and click on membership and join NAFA. Our next webcast is scheduled for this Thursday, May 7th, where we'll be joined by Phil McIntosh of NASDAQ's Chief Economist and Efren Slen, Head of NASDAQ's Index Research, for a look at our economy, how the economy will be affected by COVID-19 in the upcoming election, along with their Product 100. We hope you will join us as we look into the future. Jeff, thanks again. Thank you all for your time and attendance, and this concludes our webcast.